Hey guys, it's John from Marco Learning. In this video, I'm going to show you how to fill out the activities list on your Common App and how to make your application really stand out from the rest. So I've logged into my Common App account, and when you look here, it's very easy to find out where your activities list is. I just go to the left-hand side, I press Activities, it takes me to this page. Now what's really nice about this, guys, is it gives you some text explaining everything that's going on. It also has a tutorial video that breaks this down some more. So one of the things it says about activities is, reporting activities can help colleges better understand your life outside of the classroom. Examples of activities might include. So they're defining activities as the stuff you're doing outside of the class. So if you repeat what you've done inside your academic courses, you're not really talking about activities. These include arts or music, clubs, community engagement, family responsibilities, and they explain that here with Learn More, hobbies, sports, work or volunteering, and other experiences that have been meaningful to you. Do you have any activities you wish to report? You bet I do. And then I'm going to go down here and I start filling this out. Now, one of the things I want to point out to you guys is, instead of filling out the Common App activities inside the Common App, I'm going to recommend you create your own Google Doc or other thing and build an activities list here. This is a living document. You can keep it on your desktop or on any kind of email account or whatever you've got, and you can revisit this over multiple days. This is really a brainstorming list. So you want to think of everything you've done in high school, so starting in the 9th grade and continuing all the way through the summers and each academic year, 9, 10, 11, and if you're a senior right now, what you're doing in fall of senior year. So in my activities list, I'm thinking, as they said here, of arts, music, clubs, community engagement. So let's go through this. Arts and music. Let's say you were in the painting club. In fact, let's just say you founded the painting club. You can call yourself the founder of it, right? In the painting club, you want to list any kinds of activities or awards or achievements you have within that activity. So for example, if you were the founder and you won 2nd place in a county competition for your painting, and let's say you were in the final year, your senior year, you were president of the club. I'm just going to put the grade in parentheses. And next to painting club, I'll put, for example, each of the grades in which I participated. So 10, 11, and 12. So painting club is a really great activity for you. You founded it, so obviously you cared to some degree. You've participated in it for 3 years. That's great. You had a leadership position as president. Leadership positions are always good. And you won an award. So what you're going to do is keep brainstorming off of your painting club list and leave this here because this is a pretty good activity. Let's try another one. And this is something I did in high school. I did debate. So I did debate in grades 9, 10, 11, and 12. Colleges like to see that you've done things over multiple years, not just 1 year, or you did it in 9th grade and walked away. That just makes that activity, could still go on your application, but it makes it a little bit less important. So in debate, I was on the junior varsity team in 10th grade. I made the varsity team, varsity sport. In the 11th grade, I was captain of the debate team. I was the varsity captain, didn't get a letter, but varsity captain in 12th grade. So I'll add that to my list. I also won an award, and I can put in the details for that award, and I keep building. So they've mentioned arts and music, the clubs, the debate club, community engagement. Let's say I was, I worked for the campaign for my state senator. That's really great to get involved in politics and to transfer your political passion from, let's just say, posting stuff online to actually fundraising or answering calls or doing what you can do for your civic engagement. So let's say you did that in the summer after grade 11. Just put that detail here. This is a nice messy Google Doc that we can keep working with. Okay. They also give me points of inspiration like family responsibilities. And I really appreciate that Common App has done this because some of you are watching after younger siblings. Some of you have to do things around the house that are actually significant besides just making your bed. So think about how you can talk about your family responsibilities in a meaningful way that tells college admissions officers about the hard work you've done. So we could add that to the list as well. Let's just say babysitting for 2 younger siblings. And you did this in the summers but after grades 10 and 11. Now, one thing to think about, guys, is when we get to the Common App, you're gonna see how they ask for the total number of hours, the kind of time commitment, and it's very important to be honest. A lot of people like to really put their best foot forward on the Common App, but then that just leads to like best foot forward into lying. Tell the truth. College admissions officers can see through someone who says, yes, I did 198 hours of activities every week. And the college admissions officer thinks, well, there's 168 hours in the week, so how did you pull that off? There's one famous story of somebody who applied to Cornell University with an attached list of 52 activities, single-spaced, and when they tabulated the number of hours per day that this person claimed that they were in the activities, it was something like 21 hours a day. So they put 2 and 2 together and said, you know what, this person went too far in the direction of putting their best foot forward. So you're honest, you add information about your family responsibilities. They also talk about hobbies. When you think of hobbies, think of things that will help you put your best foot forward. So if you play Fortnite or you're addicted to TikTok, that's not necessarily showing me your best side. But if you, let's say, really enjoy practicing calligraphy or gardening, that's very impressive. That's very mature of you. So look at hobbies that help really show your interest. You taught yourself the guitar. Never did it in a club. You don't really have anything to show for it, but it's been a passion you've pursued on the side. Colleges want to hear about that. Definitely sports are important. They're extremely important if you're going to be recruited as an athlete or they've been a major focus of your time. I wasn't in any sports in high school, so I'm going to leave that section blank. Work or volunteering, I did work a job in the summers between 9th and 10th and 11th, and actually through the school year. So I spent a lot of time working. I worked at a farmer's market. I'm going to tell the college admissions officers about that. In fact, I'll add it to my list here. Work at my job at a farmer's market. And I did that in grades 9, 10, and 11. So I put that there. And I've used their list to brainstorm all this. Volunteering, I did that as well. I added to the list. So here's how I entered in the debate and speech activity I did. This was from my activities list. I did it in grades 9, 10, 11, and 12. So let's say I select from this drop-down menu. See, they're actually giving you more inspiration here. Things that are career-oriented, like Future Business Leaders of America, or cultural. You have the Italian American Club at your school. Or environmental, you've worked with an environmental activist organization. All of this is here. And this list goes on. So I select from the correct activity type, debate and speech. I put the leadership position. Notice it says max characters. You have to shorten things. Here I have varsity captain, parentheses 12, comma, JV captain. It's okay if you're kind of shortening things and squeezing them in. They understand you don't have a lot of space. The name was the debate club, and I was the first speaker at the New Jersey State Finals. I put that in, and that is the award that I have. And then I put in each of the grades. Now look at this. It asks me whether I did it during the school year, during the school break, so the winter break or summer break, or all year long. So I check during the school year. I did about 2 hours per week on average over around 20 weeks of the year. This again is where you want to get very accurate with your mathematics and very honest. And let's say I do intend to participate in a similar activity in college. Just a note about this, guys. Don't tell colleges you plan to do 9 activities in college. That's not how activities in college work. Debate clubs can take 20 hours a week. The student newspaper can take 30 hours a week. You really don't have time when you're doing an activity in college to be in 6 or 7 things, so pick those as you go. Now, as I go, I'm gonna keep adding other activities. This is so easy. Let's say I have a career-oriented activity. I describe the positions that I held and what grades I held them in, what the name of that club was. I describe, and it says, please describe this activity, including what you accomplished and any recognition you received. It says max characters 150. Again, that's characters, not words. So you have only 150 letters and spaces. You fill out the grades that you participated in. Postgraduate would mean after high school, the time. And then once you have this, you can actually move this up ahead of the other activity. And a lot of people have questions about this. How do I rank activities and show what's the most important? I think that as you work from your brainstorming list and you work from the Common App page, you want to focus on the activities that you really want to catch the eye of the college admissions officer. Don't worry about filling up all 10. Most people don't. In fact, you weren't really committed to an activity very much. You kind of showed up one day and then left. don't add that activity at all. Focus on the most important activities and the ones where you were in the longest, you held the most significant leadership position, and the ones you plan to do in college. Those are the factors that nudge things to the top. So if debate is something I participated in all 4 years of high school, I won awards and was a leader, and I plan to do it in college, that's definitely going to be towards the top of my list. If I did something for 1 or 2 years and walked away from it, that would be towards the bottom of my list, or maybe not even at all. So to sum up, the activities list on the Common App requires a lot of careful thought. Make a Google Doc or Word doc where you brainstorm out every activity you've done, what grade you were in, every single award or honor or title you can possibly think of, and then start importing them into your Common App. The Common App platform is great. It's going to save all of this work. It's going to let you revisit multiple times. Really focus on the activities you're passionate about, be honest about who you are, and this will help your application stand out.